Hi everybody, my name is Amy and I am an apprentice artist here at Des Moines Metro Opera, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do some basic stage makeup. Full warning, I have tried to do this voiceover like 5 times. I just cannot take myself seriously. Whatever it comes out as this time is what it's going to be, and I'm sorry in advance. So we're starting off with some moisturizer just to kind of try to be nice to my skin, but after this many shows, my skin is exhausted. My hair is also exhausted, but that's a whole other thing. Then going in with some eyelid primer. I do my eyeshadow first before my foundation. I didn't do that for the longest time, and then I figured out that that is objectively easier, and then I can be as messy as I want. And then I'm going in and setting my eyeshadow primer with a little bit of powder. It just kind of helps my eyeshadow go on smoother over that. And I'm starting off this eyeshadow look with just kind of a nude kind of lid base color. I will eventually go over this with a slightly lighter color, but whatever, that's how I start things. And just kind of blending that around. And then starting on my crease transition shade, whatever we call it now in 2023. I actually use a combination of 2 colors for this from this palette, but you'll see that in a little title that'll flash up as I'm doing this, because I'm a professional video editor. And then just blending that in. And even though this is sped up, you can probably already tell why my friends made fun of me for taking so long to do my makeup in college. Then after that, I go in with an even darker color and blend that into the outer corner of my eye. And I just use the same brush that I used for my crease to do this. All of the colors that I'm using here are very neutral because this is meant to look quote unquote natural. This is for Carmen. I'm not exactly playing a very full glam, glitter, colorful character. I spend a good deal of this show carrying around a fake knife. So there you go. And then once that's done, I'd take a teensy bit of a slightly lighter shade and tap that into my lid just to kind of brighten that up. So now it's time to do face makeup, and I start this out with some primer. Someone's walking outside my door. I don't know if you can hear that, but someone's walking outside my door. Anyway, so the primer that I'm using is the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I'll leave a list of all the products and brushes I use down in the description bar below. I'm not really going to talk about every single one, but this primer is part of a nuclear triad of things that keep my makeup on through a show that makes me sweat profusely. This primer is the first step in that. It's kind of thick for a primer. It is super, super sticky and tacky. I literally have to wash my hands after using it. And after that, I do some spot concealing around my face. For me, I'm mainly just kind of going over some spots where I have hyperpigmentation. You don't really have to blend this perfectly because we're just gonna put foundation over it, but I guess this night I was like, no, everything will be ultra mega super duper blended. And then, as I just said, we're going over that with foundation. This is I don't remember the name of it, and I'm not going to go find it, but it's a L'Oreal long-wearing foundation. I only mention this because it's actually not the foundation I normally wear for stage makeup. The one that I normally use is the Estee Lauder Double Wear, which could survive a whole tsunami. And I did bring that with me to Iowa, but because it's summer and we walk to work and I tan very easily, I had tanned beyond that shade by the time we got to performances. So actually for the first few nights in tech and dress rehearsals, I had to wear that foundation, but I had to kind of try to warm it up and save the situation with bronzer over it. And it kind of worked, but kind of not. But I had to make it work for a couple days because we are not in New York City and I couldn't just run out right after the show to get something to get a new foundation. I had to basically wait until my schedule allowed me to drive 30 minutes to Ulta and pick up a new one in the right shade. So then after that, we were doing some under eye concealer, and y'all, the week that I filmed this was a crazy week with performances. I was exhausted. This concealer is putting in the work, and I need all the help I can get. And then I'm going in and powdering everything down. I actually do use a sponge for this. It's just the kind of furry pink Real Techniques one. The powder that I'm using is the MAC Studio Fix. It's just the translucent one. And y'all, this powder has been saving me through this run of shows, I swear. It is the second part of the triad of things that keep my makeup on. And the first night of tech, I was using my everyday powder to set my makeup. And that first night of tech, like, my makeup was breaking down horrifically by not even intermission, by like halfway through the first half. But swapping out my powder for this one like made a huge difference in terms of like just not having my makeup budge and break down and just do all kinds of nastiness, you know, mid-show. And after that, I'm just going in with some bronzer to do a little bit of contouring, a little bit of warming up my face. Honestly, I'm just trying to like maybe give the illusion that I have cheekbones because my face is so squishy and I doubt the existence of bone structure in it. And then I just drag that up to my hairline to just kind of blend it all in. Going in with some blush after that, and yeah, you have to wear like extra blush and contour and extra everything for stage makeup. With my blush, I don't really sweat making it super noticeable because I ultimately am gonna get hot on stage and my face is gonna get red anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Then going in to finish my eyeshadow and just kind of highlighting under my eyebrow and cleaning that up, like doing last little cleanup. And then for my eyebrows, lately I've actually been using a combination where this thing that I'm using right now is the brow gel that I would use on an average day. It's just a tinted brow mascara. I do often use an eyebrow pencil for stage, but honestly this week I was feeling lazy and like it worked, like it looked okay. And then I go over that tinted brow mascara. I like my brows to be like super glued down because they naturally just kind of want to go everywhere. I go over it, I take some Got To Be Glued gel on a spoolie and I just rake that through and my brows will last like I probably could sleep and they'd still be glued down. I found out about that hack on TikTok, I think, and oh my god, does it work. Then before I do my eyeliner and mascara, I just go in with a setting spray, and this is the third part of the triad of things that keeps my makeup on, and I just use the Morphe setting spray, and that's actually the setting spray I use with my everyday makeup. Then going in with some eyeliner, and I am just tracing along the edge of where my eyeshadow is, and then just pulling in to make like a little bit of a wing, but nothing too crazy because this ultimately does have to look quote-unquote natural. And I totally forgot to mention this, but with my foundation and with my concealer earlier in the video, one of the things that I really like to do with, you know, doing my eyeshadow first and then doing foundation, concealer, and all of that after, is that I like to kind of carve out the sides of my eyeshadow so I can get a really nice, precise line. And then I'm just going and taking one of the colors that I used in the crease of my eye and just, you know, dragging that along my lower lash line. I don't really tend to wear eyeliner in my waterline these days anyway, but if I did that on stage, it would just make my eyes look super small, so I'm not gonna do that. And by the way, at about this point, we were really close to call time, so people were starting to come into the dressing room, so that's why I'm, like, talking to people. So fun fact, I do not wear fake eyelashes in this show. I could if I wanted to, I just don't. I am a big fan of fake lashes, but I feel like halfway through audition season last fall, I just got so tired of it and just so tired of like putting them on and then having to leave them on for work because I'd have to go straight to work after my audition. And I feel like that just like carried through to this summer. Legitimately, I have only worn fake eyelashes one time this entire contract, and it was for our big Stars of Tomorrow concert, which is like the big kind of gala concert for the apprentices. But anyway, I've been doing just fine with just curling my lashes and wearing mascara. And then I'm just finishing the look with this lipstick, which is kind of pretty close to my natural lip color. It's just a little darker. This is a ColourPop lipstick and it actually does stay on me pretty well. My lips are super dry naturally and like lip products do not last on me, so that is a good thing. And yeah, that's some basic stage makeup. I hope this wasn't too cringy. Bye.